Good evening, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to News in Focus. My name is Faraz Fatah. We'd like to thank you, the viewer, for staying with us on Hilaal TV, TSTV, channel 347. Tomorrow, of course, will mark 2 years since one of the most devastating genocides, if not the most devastating genocide that the world has experienced in the 21st century, the Gaza genocide. If we were to look at the Gaza Health Ministry statistics, 70,000 or close to 70,000 people have been killed by the Israeli occupation forces. If we were to take other reports, the number is as high as close to 500,000 people. It's a live stream genocide, a genocide that we are seeing before our very own eyes. And it brings into question the cases of impunity and complicity and the state of the world and where we are right now in terms of that. Let me welcome my guest to have this discussion for the next 48 minutes. She's a former resident of Gaza, residing in South Africa, Malak Mohammad. Malak, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and shukran so much for joining us here in what is a very difficult time for a Palestinian, but not just a Palestinian, for the entire world at this moment.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran to you to have me here today to send our message to the world, which is, it's already
I think the world knows about it.
exactly,
yes, yeah.
But we are here to speak about my experience as like a genocide survivor. This is what I call myself right now.
I agree.
Yeah, so.
Malak, what does Gaza mean to you? There have been, of course, 3 wars before that. There's been a blockade by Israel since, of course, Hamas won the elections in 2005. What does the city mean to you as Malak Mohammad?
Gaza is my life. We, as Gazan people, we call Gaza our soul or our life, because this is where we grew up. We went to school. We did everything. This is my childhood also. So this is also where we didn't even see the world. Sorry, I'm just making...
Yeah, no problem, continue, yeah.
Yeah, so...
It means so much to you because you were telling me offline that sometimes people have a pity towards you. They'll say the word shame, and you frown upon that word because there was a life for you in
yes.
an enclave, a city which gave you everything.
Exactly.
And even though there was this blockade, you made the best of what is there. We've seen the images of Gaza,
Yes.
and it was such a beautiful place.
Yeah. In 2007, all the army left Gaza. They used to be there. So all the Black Aid, they just left Gaza. And from that time, we started to rebuild what they bombed in Gaza, whatever they destroyed in Gaza. And it was like quite small, let's say, like not everyone started that time because everyone lost, not everyone, few people lost the businesses and everything. But the past 10 years, Gaza became something else. I'm sure everyone saw the videos of Gaza, how everyone started to survive, how everyone started to leave the occupation, whatever is happening in Gaza, and to live, because we wanted to live. We want to live. This is the people in Gaza. We love life. So we started to learn. Education is the best thing in Gaza. And if you heard, education in Gaza is the first
it's like a first pillar, like a first.
No, in
it's
the
priority.
Arab words.
Yeah,
it is the first. Gaza is the first education
in history.
Not in history, in the Arab, I think, world.
Yes.
So yes, we have to go study and learn and do everything, and then we have to work, it wasn't easy before that, because I think they're focusing on this. They don't want us to educate or to learn or to do things for our country. So yes, we did this. Life was simple, but also it was hard to travel. It was hard to visit families. It was hard to to find the basic stuff. But we tried, we started to rebuild it, or to carry on, or maybe to start, making new places and work more to show the world also, not only about the world, to show everyone first, okay, to show everyone that Gaza is different. It's under this occupation, but we can change in Gaza itself.
And you from the north of
Yes.
Gaza, right? Obviously there's the north, there's the south, and of course there's central Gaza, there's Gaza City. The north of Gaza, what was so unique about this part of Gaza?
Okay, so the north of Gaza was different. Like, I don't want to use words, but it was different than the north, the south, sorry. So all the people from
different characteristics, yes, yeah.
Like, let's say Johannesburg and like poor areas, like let's say, so they just come to this, to the Gaza Strip, for example, to see the places there, and people in the south used to come and be like, hey, it's like we are in, for example, Paris or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they used to
Yes,
just
yeah.
come and like take pictures and eat days also. They used to come and spend the days there because it was more fun maybe, and we had more places, restaurants and all of that. So it was different for them than the south.
Yeah, and that's the unique characteristic, is that even though you had people from different areas, I did an interview with a former Palestinian journalist who's now residing in the United Kingdom, and he showed me videos of it. And what was beautiful about Gaza is the food. You told me that you come from a family of bakers.
Yes, but not food. They bake.
Oh, they bake, yes,
breads
and,
and,
yeah. So, I mean, that's the lovely thing, because there's unique characteristics of each and every people from Gaza. So you've got somebody who, of course, specializes in a certain dish, and you've got bakers, and I know the Palestinian coffee is something that is quite,
best.
it's the best, yeah. And that just shows that people in Gaza love their life, and even though there was this aerial and sea blockade, which Israel imposed and still imposes, you made life out of whatever was given to you.
Yeah. So my grandfather, my grandfather, he was a baker. So that is like 50 years now, almost 50 years. So all my uncles had their own bakery, and then everyone when they grew up, they were like, okay, my father passed away now, so we want to, we want to start our own. Like, I'm gonna take my share from this bakery, and I'm gonna open up my own bakery. So everywhere in Gaza, we had one bakery, which is Al Kholi Bakery. So yeah, we grew up, and I used to help my uncles also. Yeah, to bag the bags, and like if he gets orders for tomorrow, like, which is maybe more than 100 buckets of bread or something, we used to bake it at night and get ready for all of that. I went through all of this. We went to the bakery inside, at night, because they don't allow us, because there's so many people used to work in that. More than 30 people used to work in one bakery. So yeah, we did all our best to live a better life for us. And it was, for me, I'm telling you, my life was perfect. Forget about the war, forget about what is happening, it was nice. We used to have nice time, and we used to sit all together every month, every family in Gaza. We used to come and sit and share everything. Like, let's say Gaza is a big family.
Yes.
This is what I call it, because everywhere you go, especially Friday also, you can't
Jum'ah,
find, for Jum'ah lunch, you can't find someone is eating alone. Especially for Maqluba, Kabsa, or Mansaf, you will find this. We eat it only on Fridays. We don't make it. We don't make Maqluba any days. It's only Friday. So we all go together to sit together. We share this food together. Even the neighbors, if they don't have food, they'll come and knock our doors and ask us for anything. We'll just help.
And before we go to the break, Malak, that just shows that this perception from the outside world that Gaza was a caged place where people had no freedoms.
Yes.
The story you're telling me now denounces that, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's important people understand this.
Yeah, this war is also for everyone to make us learn a lesson, to appreciate whatever we have in life, to focus on the akhirah, because it's coming soon, and we can see, we can feel it. Because, and also Gaza, Palestine will be free soon. This is something I'm really sure about. I lost most of my family, and I'm still saying we will carry on. We will rebuild Gaza. We will go back. I'm waiting to go back. I'm waiting first to go back, because first thing I'm going to do is to get my family out from the rubble. This is my, I guess, my duty, what I'm waiting for. So when I'm going to hear the news that we can go back to Gaza, I'm just going to go get my family out. And then I'm telling you, it's hard to speak about it, but this is something we have to do.
I agree.
I have to get them out, and then I want to take my child to grow up in Gaza.
Inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah. I mean to that. We'll have more for you after this break as my conversation continues with Malak Mohammad. Welcome back to News in Focus. So, of course, on October the 7th, 2023, we saw the destruction of the buildings starting to occur across the entire Gaza Strip. If we look now, most of it, if not all, has been reduced to rubble. And Malak Mohammad's here to share with us her story when, of course, Israel had started its attacks on the Gaza Strip. Malak, you in the north of Gaza, it's starting to occur, these attacks. You mentioned to me off the air that the Israeli border is very close to the north. What happens when these attacks start? Because you have to go from the north to another part within the north, and then, of course, that journey to Rafah. Talk to us about it.
Okay, so 7th October started. We woke up in the morning at 6:30. We didn't know what was happening. Just hearing rockets all over Gaza, which is, we didn't understand what is going on. And then I just woke my husband up to tell him, just wake up and find out what is happening. I couldn't even go by the window to see, because everything that I can see behind is red. Like, I can't explain to you. And the house is shaking. We couldn't do one thing. I was just running to look after my child. She woke up also, and I was like just putting my scarf on, because we were sleeping in the morning. And then my husband went upstairs to check his dad, and his dad told him he had 5 minutes to leave. And I was just shocked. Like, what are you telling me? How can we leave home in 5 minutes? What am I going to take? What are we going to leave? Then he just said, leave everything. Just take your daughter's clothes or something, this is what we did. I just took a small bag, one outfit for me, one outfit for him, and I just covered myself, and the car was outside. I left everything behind. I didn't take my passport, my ID, or anything else from home. That's all I took. And then we went to his family in Al Nasser area, his grandmother's house. We stayed there for a week, and the third day of the war, 10th October, we saw our home was destroyed in a video. So they were recording a video, and they posted on Facebook, and my husband was just checking, and he's like, this is our home, and he was just zooming.
And the video was being done by the Israeli occupation forces, right?
Yes, from up.
Right.
They were just recording all of that, and the video was on Facebook. So he was just zooming in, and it's our garden, it's our home, and it is home. And then we couldn't believe it. Then his dad just took a car, and he went to check to make sure, because I was telling you, he was working, he's a doctor for the UN. So he was working 40 years to build or to save money, and then to get this house, to build it, I mean. And then it's gone. They destroyed it.
Within seconds.
1 second, it's destroyed. So yeah, and after that, we got messages from the army to tell us you have to leave Al Nasser area, which is, we didn't know also where to go. Then from Al Nasser to Al Nasser, we just moved from this area or this road to another. We went to my uncle's bakery, which we stayed there for a month. And then also, again, we could hear the tanks entering from the north, driving and entering the road we were living in to enter Al Shifa Hospital. which is we also got messages, everyone has to leave to the south. So that
for
was
context,
also,
Shifa Hospital, even now, it's running on practically empty.
yes.
And it was one of the best,
Yes.
if not the best,
It's the biggest hospital
medical
in,
facility in Gaza.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because there's no hospitals in the south.
Yes.
They had small hospitals, but Al-Shifa Hospital was the biggest hospital. And they also said Hamas and the leaders are hiding under
Yes,
Al-Shifa Hospital, which is they wanted to enter there to find them. So yeah, they were trying for a few days to enter there. And while they coming or entering Gaza to go to this Al-Shifa Hospital, they're destroying every tree, every house that they face. So
especially the olive trees.
Especially olive
Which
trees.
is historically, Israel has been doing that, not
Yes.
just in Gaza, but also in the occupied West Bank.
Yeah. So
And then you then get to, of course, Rafah.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, that's like after long. I had to face the army. We had to, but it was after also leaving West Al-Nasr to another area, and then from there, we when you smell the rockets and all of that, which is, you have a daughter, for me, it was like terrible. Like, it makes them sick, and it makes them also like not only scared, it's something you can't even accept in your life. It's something crazy. So after that, I want to share this also. In the beginning of the war, my mom used to say, this time is for Shahada. If this time, it's for winning, for free Palestine, or Shahada. So don't leave our land, because if we leave our land, they're going to steal it. Which is, she changed her mind after a few months, because she was so worried about my child. She loves her so much. So she was like, please take your daughter and leave. Which has also changed her mind because of my husband. He was staying in Al-Shifa Hospital and he was helping his friends there, and he's a journalist. So the army also sent him messages to tell him, you're not allowed to work. So if you work, we're going to kill your family, which has made him just work with his friends behind the cameras and that. So yeah, after that, she told me, you have to be with your husband because it's not normal. This is not normal. And she told me, take whatever you take and go. So I was like, that time they separated Gaza and to the south and north. So we had to face the army, and we heard so many stories that the army takes your bags, your phone, your money, and all of that. So she told me, just take whatever you have, whatever I got for you. Take it, and even if they take it, it's okay. Then I switch off my phone, and then we had to walk for long. But then when we faced the army, we had to put our hands up, like up.
Yes.
And if you don't have your ID, you have to carry a white flag or a white shirt or whatever it is to show them that you are a normal person, you're just walking, facing them. Which is, I was like really angry while I was walking, because my child, she's 3.5, she had to put her hands up. That time she was 3.5.
And she knows, she's none the wiser at the time, because she's 3.5 years old.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for her to maybe understand this, because
She didn't understand.
Yeah.
So she was telling me, Mommy, I was like, what, like, I don't want her to talk, because if she put her hands down also, they're going to shoot her, which is they did. They do this to everyone. So I was like, she's a small child, like how is she going to understand to put her hands up for all this time? And then we were just speaking to her, and I was so worried, how I was feeling that time. And then she was like telling me, Mommy, this is the army, and this is a tank. I'm like, how do you understand all of this? When did you see that? And she's like, yeah, Mommy, I know, this is the army. And then we were walking also. But before they told people to move here, they bombed a car, and they left the car in front of everyone. They didn't allow anyone to come help whoever was in the car. So we did see all of that.
So from their perspective, they wanted to make a point to scare,
to make us
all
so
the people
scared,
there,
and
yes.
like to see this is what's going to happen to you next. So I was like just looking. My husband was shouting. He was like, don't look there. And I was like, I can't. Like, just leave me alone. I'm so nervous. And also, one thing I forgot to tell you. My mother told me, read this ayah while you're walking. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ سَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. And I was like, what does this mean? And she's like, just go read it. You don't have time now. Just keep and read this ayah all the time. Nothing will happen to you. And I was like, okay. I was reading this ayah all the time and saying, Hasbi Allahu ni'mal wakil, because I'm just looking around. Everything is destroyed. I'm walking, and they also still, like they just digging in the floor, like destroying everything around us also. Like we just walking, and they're facing us with the tanks, and the snipers of the tanks are just moving while we're moving. So like if you do something, you'll be shot or something.
And the snipers are sitting, of course, on the top of these respective buildings.
And there's like, they made a mountain of the sand or something, and they were just standing and making fun of us and looking at us. And then these people on the floor, that man I can't forget. I can't forget about him. His face was on the floor, and he was burned, and his body started to melt. So I was just looking. It was like, I promise, it was right there. Like we just walked here and the car is here. So why would you let them be there? Why would you do this to us? Why you want us to see all of this? Why? They don't have hearts. They're not human, I'm telling you, because like why? And they're happy to see all of that. And they're letting us see, and we couldn't help. This is what why I feel so bad, because we just walked and we couldn't go to them and help them. And the other guy his half body is in the car and the other half is out. And also his body started to melt. So we just looking, and I can't tell you. The other guy is still in the car inside, but they also like left the door open like to show us. And not only that, we walked few minutes after this, and then they shot an uncle in front of us. An old man. He had long beard and he was wearing a kurta. This is why they shot him.
So you saw the Israeli army?
Yes, my child also. She was on her dad's shoulders, and her hands are up, and they shot him in front of us. And one of them said in Arabic, "You mustn't help." We didn't understand this. Like
who's saying it? Someone
the army
in
from
the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said it in Arabic, "You mustn't help." And his wife put her hand on her mouth, and she's like, what should I say? I can't even say anything. And she was like screaming for help, but she couldn't. And then two brave guys just came. They took him and they carried him, but he was bleeding for long. And the following morning, we saw on the news that he passed away.
Malak, I have to stop here because we have to go for a break. After the break, as negotiations continue for a ceasefire to occur, there are still murders that are happening. There are still bombings that are happening in Gaza. We'll have more for you after this break. Welcome back to News in Focus. I'm still in conversation with genocide survivor and a former resident of Gaza, Malak Mohammad. Malak, I want to touch on your family that have been murdered, that have been made shahadats due to this genocide. Talk to us about it, because you're here in South Africa, but it's difficult for you even to be thousands and thousands of kilometers away, not having your heart attached to the place that you were born and the place that you have all your love and affection for.
Okay, so it was 6th December after the
2023, yeah.
I got a call while I was moving from Khan Younis also to another place in Khan Younis, and then from Khan Younis, the other place to Rafah. We ended up to Rafah, but we stayed in a tent. We didn't find a place to live in. We just made a tent and we stayed there. And then the following morning, it was 6th of
December
2023. Yeah. I got a call from my mom, and she's telling me, "Didn't you know that they shot your stepdad?" And I couldn't believe it, and I was like, "No, what are you telling me? And how?" And all of that. He just woke up in the morning and he told her, I had a dream that I'm flying in Jannah." And then he took a shower, and then he just went downstairs, and he was telling her, "Welcome to see Allah's face." And he's smiling and he's so happy. And then he just left the gate, and the sniper was hiding in another building, and then he shot him. Not only that, she had to take him and she had to bury him with her own hands in a clinic. which is I can't believe till this day. Like,
So it's not a normal burial in the sand, because a lot of people have seen in Gaza, it's very difficult to bury people. So you
It's
have
so hard.
Janaza Salah, where you have all the martyrs that
Yes,
are standing
yeah.
there, yeah.
so she took him alone. She took him with my uncle, okay? And then they took him to bury him in a clinic, which is not normal. This is not normal. And for a lady to bury her husband also, it's something insane. Like, you can't even believe it. And then the following morning, 7th December, I got a message or a call, I can't remember, that says they bombed the house where your mom is, and your family is, and your uncles, and everyone. That house had 80 members of my family. In 1 second, they all are gone. But I left all of that, and I was just focusing on my mom. Like, no, like, it can't, like, can't happen. How fast did she follow her husband? How fast is this, like, how did this happen? I don't understand. So they bombed this house, and they found most of my cousin's pieces, my uncle pieces, and they found heads, burned heads. And I feel so guilty that I'm in South Africa now. Like, I'm a survivor, I'm still alive, and they're still there. Until this day, they're still under the rubble. They just, I'm sorry, I'm using this word, they lied to me to tell me that they found my mom the following morning and they buried her, but it was a lie from my family to just make me feel okay. And I found out after I left Gaza that she's still under the rubble. Like, I wouldn't leave Gaza, I promise, if I knew that she was still under the rubble.
But you were in another part of Gaza.
Yes, I was in the south and she was
yes.
in the north, which is, they separated, after we left, they separated Gaza and the south to, like, now, no one allowed to leave. If you come back, also, you're going to be shot or you'll be dead or something, so we were not allowed to go back and come out.
Even now, you told me 2 days ago, a member of your family was killed, because where we are right now, Hamas releases a statement on Friday saying they're willing to enter the negotiations.
I hope so.
US President Donald Trump on Saturday says Israel needs to stop bombing. I think both you and I know Israel is not going to adhere to any call because their plan is ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
So even now, the killing is continuing, and it's probably getting worse. When you read the news, when you see what is happening, it's as if Israel wants to, quote unquote, finish the job before a ceasefire deal is concluded. The proof is right there.
Yeah, till the last minute, they still bombs. They still bomb, I mean. Like, even the wars before, like when they speak about ceasefire, till the end, they bomb and they kill more. And you know what? They go mad in the last hour or 2 hours. They come like crazy and they just kill more people than before. So, and even about the ceasefire now, I don't believe it.
I wanted to ask you about it, Malak. When you speak to many Palestinians, they are pessimistic because the 20-point plan does not allow for Palestinians to have their say in a city, in a place where they grew up most of their lives. It looks more like there are Western leaders that are going to decide your future, and that is sad.
It is sad because our leaders are in Qatar and all around the world, and we're the only ones who's dying. So go back to Gaza and die there, and then speak about what is happening. So we are with Al-Mujahideen, okay? Like everyone in Gaza, we are with the fighters. We support them.
Al-Qassam Brigade, yes.
Al-Qassam, we are with them. We're standing with them. But we're not with the leaders because we lost everything. We lost our Gaza. We lost everyone. Until now, we're losing people. Gaza is a loss now. So till when this blood is going to carry on? Till when? What else must you see to stop this war?
What is your message to or how do you feel, let me rephrase it this way, about leadership across the world? Of course, here in South Africa,
you
saw,
mean
of course.
the world?
Well, I mean, I'm taking South Africa as one example. South Africa, of course, took Israel to the
Yes.
International Court of Justice. But I'm talking from the global leadership, especially that of the Middle East. When I speak to many Palestinians, when I speak to those who have called out many leaders in the world, within the Middle East, for not doing anything, as Malak Mohammad, how do you feel seeing the mass murder of your family, number one, and the fact that you are now here with your family, but you can never go back to Gaza as yet, given what we are seeing right now?
I just want to tell them, imagine this is happening to your own family. What would you say? What would you do? Like if you as a leader losing your family each one or one by one, I mean every day, what would you feel? You won't stand still and sit like, oh, okay, I can't do anything. No, you will stand and do something. And we are Muslims. And I want to speak about Al-Aqsa.
Yes.
Where's the world? We, as Gazan, we're not allowed to enter Masjid Al-Aqsa. Do you know that?
And not just you in Gaza, it's also the people in the occupied West Bank. A few weeks ago, I talked to Mustafa Barghouti, and he told me, there's no Jummah.
Yes.
You maybe will get very lucky if you get through because of the
but
checkpoints.
some of the West Bank people, they do few things, and then after long, you might go there. But as Gazan people, we're not allowed to enter there.
Sure.
It's only for people over 50 years,
Yes.
and if they're sick only, they enter there. So as a Muslim community, they all from, let's say, South Africa, wherever, you allowed to go there.
Yes,
But
that's
we,
correct,
and we, the only ones who's fighting for Masjid Al-Aqsa, for free Palestine. So it's not our duty alone to stand and fight and do all of that. We have to be united, all of us, and stand for Masjid Al-Aqsa, because Masjid Al-Aqsa is Palestine. So yeah, I always feel so bad when it comes to Masjid Al-Aqsa and we fighting for it, and the other people are just sitting and like, oh shame, they're going under, through all of that. And I'm glad also Palestine showed the world, showed the world what is Palestine, because before the 7th of October, people didn't know what's Palestine.
Yes.
Even like South African people, not Muslim people, non-Muslim people. If you ask them about Palestine, when I was here before, I used to tell them I'm from Palestine, and they used to be like, where is Palestine? Where is Palestine?
And to you, Malak, on that note, I mean, how important is education in understanding? Because Palestine is the center of a lot of the great Anbiya alayhi salam.
Yes.
There's history in Palestine that people probably tend to forget. So I mean, as somebody coming from Palestine, were you a bit surprised that people don't understand Palestine?
Yes.
And I'm talking, this is even prior to October the 7th, because you did tell me you lived in South Africa before, obviously, October 2023.
Yes, I was surprised because like, how can't you just know about Palestine and Masjid Al-Aqsa? Like it's a third of Al-Harams. I don't know how to explain it in English.
Yeah, it's the third masjid after Makkah and Medina.
So
yes.
you have to go and visit it also. So what? Okay, people don't know. But after the 7th of October, whoever you ask, they know Palestine. And I'm like so happy also now that people, non-Muslim people, colors, whatever it is, they stand up for Palestine now, and they doing marches and all of this.
And Malak, I have to stop you there, because after the break, that's how we're going to wrap up, talking about global support for the people of Palestine. We'll have more for you, or we'll wrap up, I beg your pardon, this conversation after the break. Welcome back. As the genocide continues to occur in Gaza, global solidarity becomes increasingly more effective. From Amsterdam to Paris to London to here in Johannesburg and Cape Town, we see mass protests occurring. And Malak, when you see these protests occurring, a lot of it is not just Muslim. There are so many non-Muslims. Look at the flotilla.
Yes.
Predominantly non-Muslims. That just shows that there's humanity in the world, and people are willing to fight for it.
Yes. So while I was under the bombs and all of that, I was asking myself, where's the world? This is what I said at the march when I went to Cape Town.
Yes.
And I was asking myself, where's the world? My daughter is so hungry now, and I'm going through all of this. We all are going through all of this, and no one is standing. It was in the beginning, I mean. So when I did see the people standing and they started standing up for us, it changed what I was feeling.
Yes.
Because it was like we all alone. No one knows about us. But now, we're not alone. This is what I feel. We're not alone. Everyone is standing for Gaza. Everyone is sharing about Gaza. And this is, I guess, this is what I'm focusing on. Like I do programs and I go speak about Gaza, and I'm focusing on this. I want people that who didn't post, about Gaza to maybe start now.
Yes.
Start sharing what is happening. Even if you see pieces, we saw that in our real eyes, our own eyes. And you just tell me, I can't see this anymore, and I can't manage, and I scroll, and I don't want to see that. You have to see it. You as not a Muslim only, you as a human, you have to share and be with us and stand for us, because this is what can change. We can't stop America from supporting Israel, but as we all together, standing all together, this is going to show them that we are united now, and we care. These people are dying and under the rubble, that we can see you. We're showing my family, everyone in Gaza, that we still here. We still seeing all of this. We watching all of this. This is the least that we can do.
Malak, you were still in Gaza, making your way obviously towards the south when South Africa announced it was going to take Israel to the International Court of Justice. You are now here in South Africa. You've told me off air this is your second home. And again, for context for the viewers, Malak has stayed in South Africa before, so she's one of us when you come to think of it from a South African perspective. What does this country mean to you when you see the support, when you see people's unwavering love for Palestine, them taking you in, they considering you one of their own? What does this place mean to you, South Africa?
So I thank South Africa for everything that they have done, and it's the first country who did put Israel in this. So I'm so glad to be in this country. So South Africa is my second home. I said it before, and I'm going to say it forever. Everyone is making me feel home. People are warm, like actually they're so friendly, and they are supporting Palestine very well. So whenever I go, wherever I go, when they hear that I'm from Gaza, and I'm like, especially I left Gaza after the war, during the war, they just like come and speak to me, and they like ask me if you need any help, if you need any support, if we can, like, is there any way that we can help your family in Gaza? So yeah, I'm really happy to be in this country around these people and warm people.
And of course, when you see what is unfolding at this very moment, when you see the support of South Africans, what does it make you feel about this place, but also across the globe, that you're not alone in this time? And even though Israel may have the financial backing from the West, that people, civil society, and I'm starting from flotillas to whether it's the entertainment industry, whether it's different aspects of the world, people are saying our support for Palestine is there because there's humanity that needs to be ensured. What does it speak to you as a resident of Gaza, that you are not alone and that the world is there with you? And an overwhelming majority, I see these protests happening across the world. The people are there for Palestine.
I can see all of this. I really can see all of this. But the thing is, from Israel, that they're not allowing anything to enter.
I know.
Which is just killing each one in Gaza. Because we just like, okay, we're dying. No one can see this. Oh, we under the rubble now. Who can see all of that? Because nothing is changing. We're just going through all of this, and it's not stopping. So we just looking for hope, maybe, to stop this blood. We just want it to stop and end. Like, till when are we going to be like this? Everywhere, every home in Gaza is destroyed. So we understand this world is standing We understand and we can see the support, and for the global
Yes.
I'm so glad. I was so happy, and I was watching all the news and I was focusing. I felt it. I knew it. They will not enter. But I was like, inshallah, I was making dua for them.
Yes.
Maybe one of them will just maybe jump from there and then try to enter or something. And once I also was saying that maybe they will enter and then they will carry on bombing, because they already took them.
Yeah.
And they did so many things with
Yes.
them, bad things with them. So I'm really sorry for them. And I hear you, and we appreciate everything everyone is doing. And one last thing I want to speak about is boycott.
Yes, please talk about it, yeah.
Boycott is something very big to Israel, and it does make changes. So if you support Israel, that means you're supporting them to kill us more and more. And we all will be asked in the day of judgment. Every one of us will be asked about this. What have you done for Palestine? As anyone, whoever you are, what have you done? Whatever you have, bought to something, Allah will ask us for all of this. So just put this faith in your heart and carry on and boycott all the Israeli products, because you're just killing us more and more, and you're supporting them with that.
One final question, Malak. What has the last 2 years showed the world, but what has the last 2 years had an effect on you, your husband, the little one? She was 3.5.
No, she's 5.
She's 5. When no 3-year-old, no child should go through this. And I see in Rajab, you see all the children that have been made a martyr because of this. And as a human being, if you do not feel a slight bit of that emotion, then what's the point? But what is this 2 years just meant for the world, meant for you, and just meant for every single aspect of society?
So this war this genocide.
Genocide, yeah. Please, we have to call it a genocide.
It is a genocide. It's not a war. So it did change a lot in my mind and my heart also. I used to not focus on what I have. I used to just live like any normal person, and I want more in life. I want the best for myself. We all feel this.
Yes.
It's not only me.
Everyone needs barakah, but yes.
So we were looking for better life and doing more and getting more and all of that. That stopped in my heart. Now I lost everything in 1 second. And I'm telling everyone, you can lose everything in 1 second. So don't show off, especially when it comes to this and I want more and that. Appreciate that you have a roof on top of your head. You have whatever you have in life. Stop crying for material things. And this is it's time for, the world to end. We can all see it. So do something for your akhirah. Do something and do more and do the best to be close to Allah. This is all I'm focusing on now, and it did actually change all of this. And especially also when it comes to food. We used to okay, this food now, we're bored of this and we're tired.
I think the famine and seeing the starvation has made everyone aware, don't waste food.
Because we went through it.
Yes.
I went through that in the beginning of the war. We didn't have food. I didn't have food to give my child, and she was a bit fussy that time.
Yes.
I wanted eggs and I want this and I want that. I didn't find all of that. So now she eats everything. I'm teaching her to have everything, whatever we have. Just say Alhamdulillah. Be grateful for what you have. And stop complaining.
Yeah. Malak, absolute pleasure having you on. Your story, I hope, can educate people and make people aware that what the last 2 years has done has, I think, changed the world completely. And
I hope so.
I think you've ended off on the right note. And everything that I wanted to say to conclude this, you've just said it. We really appreciate the time that you've made to visit us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shukran. Shukran lakum.
That's Malak Mohammad, a genocide survivor and a former resident of Gaza. That's all we have for you here on News in Focus. Tomorrow, our entire day is dedicated to October the 7th, and of course, different programs to mark 2 years since the start of the genocide in Gaza. From myself, Hospital, and the rest of the team in Johannesburg, I will see you again on Wednesday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.